Do you know there's a whole lot of money out there just waiting for you and your business in the corporate market? Have you ever thought about the opportunity to sell your beautiful programs, packages, and services to corporates instead of directly to individuals? Now, this requires a little bit of a shift in thinking, and that's what I'm going to show you and talk about today. Hi, I'm Victoria Gibson, and I'm bringing women together so they can make a bigger impact with their business and create success on their own terms. Did you know how much money corporate clients have to spend with you? It's pretty phenomenal, the opportunities that are out there, right? These guys are spending $40, $50, $100, $200,000 on contractors, right? That money is out there. It's ready and waiting for you if you have the right opportunity to sell to them. So the issue becomes, how do you identify who these corporates are? How do you make connection? And how do you convert them into high-paying clients? Because really, you could spend your time trying to get a lot of small fish, and that can be harder if you have a smaller list size or you haven't got a big client base. So corporates can be a really great way to get started. I know when I started my business and I was putting together the website, I was learning all about WordPress, becoming a real student of online marketing. What did I do to pay the bills? I got corporate clients because I still needed to, feed my kids and buy my shoes, right? While I was creating the business, the money wasn't coming in. So corporates were a great way to sustain that. And I think in that first 6 months, I had about 6 clients that were all paying me about $2,000 a month. Right? So not too shabby, okay? So I went from a corporate salary, which I think in my hand was like maybe $8,000 back in the day, back 6 years ago. And I went to, attracting 12 grand in revenue and paying a lower tax rate too with pretty minimal overheads. So if you're a coach or consultant, corporate clients are a great way to bring in larger chunks of income. And also, you might really enjoy working with corporates. They have a lot of resources, a lot of, bigger brands to work with, things, people that help in an organization. They're not like bootstrappers. You're not having to deal with, entrepreneurs who have their own business, who have to really watch the money that they're investing in their businesses. They have set budgets. The best thing is, it's not their money, right? So yes, they've got to be diligent with it. They've got to have strategy behind it. But if you can go in and make their life easier and create some really good outcomes for them, then they're going to come back again and again. So it can also be a really good source of recurring revenue. But in terms of finding who they are, I think that one of the best places to start is think about the type of corporates you could help, the ones that you could get a really good outcome for. Then start telling people that that's who you help. Ask them if they know of anyone. Do they know of any decision makers or know of their names, or could intro you via email or social media would be a really good start. Now, they're not going to be, they're not going to rain down on you, right? They're going to take a bit of time to come, to happen, and maybe you get 1 or 2. But the best part about corporate clients is that you only need 1 or 2. Now, can this work for all kind of businesses, right? So if you're a coach or a consultant, or you've got some kind of expertise to share, it's a pretty wide-ranging, wide-ranging opportunity. You could be in spirituality, health and wellness, business, marketing, social media, anything where you can create a big outcome. And it doesn't always have to be done for you either, right? So most people will probably fall into the trap of thinking that you need to go in and do something for people and create an outcome. And yes, you do need to create an outcome, but it may not be by you actually doing the work. The beautiful thing about corporate is they generally have big teams of people who could actually do the work under your direction or under your strategy. So one of my clients recently, Kindwin, just decided to go out on her own as a consultant, and rather than her initial business proposal, which was to actually do the whole work for a year, I said, well, how about you just flip that and do the strategy and manage their team to do the work. Now, she could still actually charge $100,000 for that same job, but she's not lumbering herself with that extra work and then taking up all her time, so she can't take on more clients. So that is the number one thing to watch with corporates, that you don't take on too much so that you can't keep growing your business. So try and work out how you can go in and do those ninja moves for them that can be still really high value, make them look really good, and still free up time to grow your business. Because if you land a $100,000 deal but that takes up all your time, then really you're limiting the potential of your business. So be careful about that. Back to sourcing more clients. A really good opportunity there is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is an absolute goldmine of finding the right contacts to reach out to in corporate. Okay, you can put in by company, you can put in by job title, location, find out a bit about that person, get their name. You may not be able to access their email from LinkedIn, but you can always just ring up and find their email from the receptionist, or get their email from their receptionist. And more importantly, get their postal address. So why their postal address? Well, the main thing is that corporates aren't just going to push a button online, right? They're not going to push a button online to buy your $197 program. You're going to have to come and put together a program, a package rather. You're going to have to put together a package that creates the outcome. But first, you want to set about getting the relationship. So how do you get their attention? You're going to need to get their attention with regular mail. I know, right? Like the old snail mail. So how could you put together a nice, high weight impact package, right? That comes across their desk, shows them what you do, establishes your credibility, establishes your, the value that you can create for them without you having to set up a meeting straight out of the gate. So not many people are going to want to set up a meeting with you when they don't have a connection with you and don't know you. So this is really the first layer there. So send what's called lumpy mail, something that comes through in the mail, stands out on their desk, preferably in, a bigger, thicker stock envelope. And think about something creative that you could put in there. Some of my clients have put in things like photo books of their previous work, or like a little wheatgrass plant pot for a gift business thing that they could grow their own, grow their sales and things like that. So, you can be a little bit clever, but something that's kind of gives a bit of instant gratification too. So the thing with the photo book, we also put in like a big block of really fine chocolate. Who's not going to remember that when you're sitting at the desk and you've got the 3 p.m. slump? You're going to be pretty happy that chocolate's sitting there, and you're going to have a nice association with the person who sent it. And then when you go to follow up via email or phone, you're going to have a much bigger strike rate to set up a meeting and come in and discuss the options. So set yourself up for success too. Be thinking about who in the market has the biggest kind of pain points for the solution that you provide, so that you can get some quick wins on the board. And it's not going to be too difficult to get in, some $5,000, $10,000 clients, and that can make a really big difference to you, particularly when you're starting your business. So what can you do now? Go onto LinkedIn and see if there's any people that you could reach out to, right? They don't have to be in your hometown. You could reach out to them in other cities in the same country. It's generally good to start as local as possible, but give it a go. Think about how you can put together a killer corporate package and go out and get your clients. So if you want to create a bigger impact with your business and create success on your own terms, then like my Facebook page, or head on over to YouTube and subscribe, or go to my website at victoriagibson.com, where I'm sharing all my best stuff. And also leave me a comment. Tell me if you've had some corporate clients, or if you've got any questions about how to wrangle your own. I'll be in there answering and helping out. So I can't wait to see you there, and I also can't wait to see you next time.